Need approval of the minutes from April the 13th.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Department heads. Chief?
John Hillenbrand, Chief of Police. Monthly update, calls to service. Year-to-date, we've had 3,360. In the past month, we've had 1,144. Of that number, there were 38 adult arrests, 26 cases referred to the prosecutor's office, 1 juvenile arrest, and 9 cases sent to juvenile probation for charges. This month, officers conducted 265 traffic stops. Of that, there were 3 felonies, 10 misdemeanors, 43 infractions, and 233 warnings issued. Department staffing, we currently have 3 openings with the retirement of Rusty Hensley, and our next hiring process will begin June 27th. Notes, Officer Carter Creedon was recognized as Public Servant of the Year from the Vincennes Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 1157 for his professionalism, commitment, and unwavering service to community this past Saturday. And the department continues to work weekly with the animal shelter for animal adoptions.
Great.
Okay.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, John. Jeff Woods is not going to be here today, so Parks Department, JR.
J.R. Field, Park and Rec Superintendent. Start with Chicago Park. We are starting on the bike track. We got the grass pretty well died down. The track will actually be here at the end of June. Leicester Square, the basketball goals are up on both the courts.
Great.
Depends on the weather to get the courts painted and then the logos down. Gregg Park, we're redoing the pickleball courts, and
Oh, good.
hopefully they'll be done by Thursday. And then,
Resurfacing the
Yeah.
whole thing there?
Yep.
Great.
and then they're actually gonna go to Chicago Park and do those courts. So it'll give us 2 more here in town. We started on the pool today, having Carlisle Prison.
We're helping you fill it right now. That's
Yeah, it's, the sad thing is we just drained it, so. But, Carlisle prisoners, they're helping us this week, so that's all I have.
Okay.
great. Thanks, JR.
City Engineer.
Good evening. I had a pre-con meeting with E&B Paving on Friday, and they're actually, we're gonna mobilize in today and get started tomorrow on some of the curb ramps. I think they're gonna get started on 11th Street. And I'm also been working with the street department regarding some speed limit changes and tweaks. In doing so, I found an ordinance that says that school zones are supposed to be 20 miles an hour. We've been having a lot of complaints on Wabash Avenue in front of Franklin School. And I noticed that those speed limits were 35 and 25, so we're going to be bumping those down to 30 and 20. There's not a specific ordinance item that dictates those speed limits, so we don't have to go through the whole 90 days, and we can just change the signs, and the signs dictate the speed that are posted. So we're gonna see if that helps, maybe coupling that with some enforcement in that area. We'll see if we can make that a little bit safer through there.
I think 200 of those warnings happen on Washington Avenue, don't they, John?
That's all I have for department update.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, John. No old business. Start with new business. Ryan's Run for Recovery. Kathy Linwood.
I'm not sure if I should just give you this.
Yes, come on up. You may approach the bench, as we like to say, you know, it's like.
Thank you, Rob. This shows the insurance coverage that we
Oh.
have already secured.
Okay, you might wanna go ahead and give that to Sam. Yeah. Sorry about that, I did not realize that's what you had. Nope, Sam.
Just give your name and
I'm Kathy Weber. I'm here to represent Ryan's Run for Recovery. Our date is September the 5th of 26th. It will start on 7th and Busserin Street at the parking lot. Steve owns it, so he says it's okay for us to go ahead and use it. Then we have, what I have included is the route map that tells us where we need to go. We have our insurance already there. What we are requesting is on Busserin Street between 7th and 8th, a blockade for the runners when they come, come start our start and finish line where we had the big inflatable. We'd like to, have that secured. The intersections will be staffed with volunteers, but the busiest ones, maybe some law enforcement. I know VU's law enforcement will help us with the VU property. We will take care of our water stations and do all of our cleanup.
So you might wanna check with, Chief Hildebrand just about, what intersections you might need help.
They did last year, did an amazing job.
Okay,
So
great.
that's why I said yes.
So everything else is the same as last year, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So we're gonna make a motion to approve the aforementioned Ryan's Run for Recovery on September 5th, and with the various requests made for assistance with the route.
I'll second the motion. All in favor?
Aye. Great, thanks
Good luck.
Kathy.
Look, Kathy. Next up is the annual renewal agreement with Reedy Financial.
That'd be easier just to go out of that, okay. So the mayor's already, as was previously mentioned before the meeting, the mayor is out of the country right now, so, but he did review the Reedy agreement and has signed that and requested that the board consider approving that. So the contract, if I get to that page here,
I guess on the,
is in the amount of the hourly rate range is $285 to $50, and so otherwise the contract is the same as last year, correct?
yes.
Okay, so we'll make a motion to approve the Reedy Financial Group contract.
I'll second the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next up is invitation to Halloween event, Craig Ellerman.
Halloween,
Yes, sir.
dude, it's April.
Hey, it takes a lot of planning, I'll tell you that right now. Good evening, my name's Craig Ellerman. We're throwing a annual Halloween event at Griggs Park. It was recently approved in March. It's October 31st, 2026, 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Pretty much been having people ask if City of Vincennes will get involved. So I'm here today to invite the City of Vincennes departments or any business would like to set up for trunk or treat or any other ideas they may have.
Okay. So is there something in the packet? Okay, so that's the lady you need to talk to right there.
Thank you very much.
Great, thank you.
Next up is Delview expansion, Metronet, Steve Wood.
May I approach?
Sure.
Oh, sure, yeah, right. We take on that formality when the mayor's not here, so we can pretend we're important, right?
This is kind of the plans, I printed it
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Thank you.
at a high level.
So John, you're involved with this as well?
Right, so just for clarification, Metronet's proposing installation of a new facility in our right-of-way, so part of that procedure is to come to Board of Works to obtain permission to
Okay.
install their new facility in our right-of-way.
And again, I'm Stephen Wood with Metronet. Good evening. Just wanted to kind of present to be able to be permitted to provide internet services to Delview Estates through Metronet.
Okay. Okay. So, and John, you don't have any questions or concerns about the proposals, okay.
Yes, sir. About 6,500 feet, so. And on a
Okay.
general basis, we like to use a local crew here. That way they can address any issues and get everything taken care of, so.
Okay. Steve, you have other questions or?
I don't.
Okay, so we'll make a motion to approve the Daleview expansion by Metronet as described by Mr. Wood.
And I'll second the motion. All in favor?
Aye,
Aye. Good luck.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you so
safe
much.
travels home.
I appreciate it.
Next up would be contract for services Cornerstone Land Surveying. JP.
Okay, you should have two, contracts in there. One is for topo and one is for boundary survey. I think we'll go ahead and, petition approval of both contracts, and then when Joe gets back, he'll decide if we need the boundary survey. We need to get started on the topo ASAP. This is for the property right next door. There's talk of, using that for additional parking, in conjunction with some other projects, so,
Next door.
This is
Oh,
the
that one.
bank,
Gotcha.
the
Okay.
bank next door. So the topo will, allow me to get started on a design, a parking
Okay.
lot design.
Okay, so this is this right away cut.
One
That was
is,
Metronet's.
they're both with, is it Cornerstone?
Oh, I see it now,
Cornerstone
Cornerstone
Land
Land
Surveying.
Surveying.
Yeah,
Okay.
Cornerstone, the first one I think is $1,100 for the topo. And
Correct.
the second one I think is for $2,800 for boundary survey.
Gotcha, okay. So we're gonna make a motion to approve, the aforementioned contract for services with Cornerstone Land Surveying as described by City Engineer John Sprague, the first being in the amount of $1,100, and the second, John, was in, the amount of $2,800.
And we may not need both, is that what
Correct.
you're saying? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll second the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great, thanks, John. So I think we have an additional item that was inadvertently left off of our schedule here with
Becky?
local guru and recovering restaurateur Becky P., who's moving gracefully to this stand, right?
Yes.
Power stepping.
Hello, I'm Becky P. Stinger, and I'm the owner of P-Fections, downtown Main Street. We're going on 30 years, and I'm here to talk about maybe returning downtown Main Street to an emergency snow route.
Okay,
I've been there a long time, and I've had people say, it never was, and I said, yes, it was. We lived on Main Street for 5.5 years, and Mayor Hatcher would call me personally, and he would say, Becky, gotta move your van, because we're gonna do emergency snow route, and our bedroom was right underneath the snowplows. So I know it used to be, and I know there's probably pros and cons to it, and I don't know those, and I'm trying to figure out what they are, and I'm not ignorant to say that's just an easy way to do it, but I think downtown Main Street, we're probably double filled of what we used to be 30 years ago. And after this horrendous snow that we had,
Snowmageddon, yeah.
yeah, last year, I know we are very responsible of plowing at least 3 to 4 spots. The problem is the left side. Customers can't get out because the snow, now if you're parking on the right side, it's a lot easier, but, and sometimes everyone's snowed in so much that they can't even go plow their own businesses. But if we could get there down there at 5 a.m. like they used to, and plow the streets early in the morning, and I don't know where it would go and all those problems, but I just wanted to call attention to it.
So without the mayor being here and without the street department being here this evening, it'd probably be
Yeah,
something that we would certainly
look into.
pass on to them, and you're gonna also talk to city council, I think you said, so.
Should I speak the next meeting too about this? or-
If you wanna talk to the council members, you're welcome to do that. I mean, you
Okay.
have two of them here right now. They,
Okay.
But yeah, of course, their meeting doesn't start till 6. So,
Okay. I just wanted to call attention to it, and I
Sure.
know several business owners would probably appreciate. Years ago, we used to have a sign that said, emergency snow route, no parking between 2 and 5, or
2 a.m. and
2
5.
yeah, do you
5
kind of remember
a.m.,
that?
something like that,
I kind of
yeah.
remember that, and then, I talked to another business owner, and they have rentals down there. They
Mm.
would just put it in their lease and say, hey, it's your responsibility to keep track of the weather, and if you are parked on Main Street on a snow, then you might get towed. So
Right, okay.
I just want to start the conversation early.
Sure.
Because, our business is related to accessibility of parking.
Absolutely.
No parking, no business.
Haven't been your neighbor for 10 years. I
Yes, you have.
certainly,
All right, thank you.
well aware of that,
Thank you,
sir.
Becky.
Thanks, Becky.
Um,
Anybody, oh, I guess, anyone else have anything for the council? If not, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
So moved.